redemption set, and I can go ahead and kind of take over this one right now. As we go ahead and get everything started out. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. Toa, Deathless coming out here. I have Waluigi joining me on the mic.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going? How's it feel being on winner's side?
It feels pretty good. I'm playing pretty well. I'm having a good time. Bracket's been fun. You know, the usual.
Just same old, same old. For you, it's another day at the office.
Yeah, another day at the office. But anyway, we got Tawa and Deathless, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why Tawa's name is leolee. I don't know the lore behind that one.
Apparently, it's a player's name. It's some kind of a bit. I don't know players' names super well yet.
I know leolee is a Steve, but yeah. I don't know why. I don't get the bit.
I think that's just it. I think he's just being leolee.
Fair enough.
I don't think there's much more to it because Oolong recently I think has been using the tag Smub in tournament as well, and then Justin has been using Oolong as well. So I think everybody's just mixing themselves up.
I'll take your tag, and then you take mine.
Fantastic.
Anyway, let's get back to the match. Deathless with a commanding lead and 3-1 already. Deathless is playing out of his mind this match.
Yeah, I mean, this is an absolutely crazy run for Deathless thus far. Losing to generic 2-0 fashion winners quarters and then crawling his way back, ends up getting the reversal and is just playing hot on that momentum from losers semis into somewhat cold Toa.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was warming up with Toa earlier, so maybe he's taking a little bit to adjust back into the driver's seat, but like,
it's also the sort of like momentum shift of playing this character that can kind of play a similar spacing game to you, kind of play that neutral monster game. And usually Corrin is the one that's used to like outranging you, playing that safe sort of game, and Cloud can kind of do the exact same thing. Can be really strange to kind of get back into the habit of.
Yeah, it definitely can be. I mean, both these characters rely on spacing, double jumps, and it feels definitely like a change of pace, especially after playing Snake for a little bit. It's a complete change of pace, but Toa is bringing this slowly back with these up airs and nairs and fairs.
And I love seeing like these optimizations from Corrin players, getting those extensions on the platforms and making the most out of those frame traps in order to get themselves as much damage as they possibly can on a character who would otherwise struggle. Toa kind of in disadvantage right now, and Deathless with the limit on deck, but I mean, momentum's been shifting throughout this game just little by little.
Off stage, what's gonna ledge trap be? Good evasion, resets back to neutral. Deathless with just this wall of back airs, and he gets the dash attack?
Not quite gonna be it yet. Hopefully Deathless, gets the back air here. Very good stuff to him. Gets the first game on the board, but I think Toa, like towards the end of that game, was like certainly like, okay, this is how you play the matchup. I'm starting to figure some things out, and I think can kind of take that knowledge into game number 2, bring it much closer. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, he was making the adjustments there. He was slowly but surely clawing his way back into that, and I definitely think this game 2 is gonna definitely shift the momentum a little bit. I mean, if Deathless doesn't just like, I guess, how do I say this? He doesn't lose the lead and keeps up this lead. I don't know. I'm kind of just saying stuff right now, I'll be real, but like.
Listen, I don't think anyone's going to blame you for yapping when we're on commentary. Like, that's what it's about.
That is what you do in commentary. You just yap a lot.
If someone in the chat says we're yapping, I'm just like, thank you. We're doing our jobs.
I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right now, both of these players kind of doing what they're doing best. Playing these sorties, being the neutral monsters that they are, and look at Toa just getting these double fairs. Love seeing it coming out there.
Yeah, no, it's a really big source of his damage. It's probably the most important thing for Corrin to have all these fairs, these nairs, moves that all lead into each other to get big damage. And I would say it's probably the same thing for Cloud, and Toa with the pin. That's a Corrin classic right there. You go too close to the ledge, test fade a little too much, and Corrin just punishes you.
Now we're going to see the first lead that Toa has had in this set and what they can potentially do with it, because Deathless does know how to kind of play those aggressive spots. He's definitely proven it in the last couple of sets that they played on stream. But how are you going to do it against a character who gets to like sit back and play the same kind of spacing game when they have such a big lead on you? Like the up air, calling out the juggles as well, limit on deck. Hopefully you can find a good use for it.
That's a pretty good use for it. It sends Toa way off stage. This ledge trap is almost going to be crucial to reset everything, and he gets the back air. That is completely huge.
Toa actually puts themselves in the corner a little bit and letting Deathless kind of back onto stage for free. That's one thing that I've been noticing about a couple of players tonight, is that they have just been dropping their ledge traps, and you know, it's giving these players like the opportunity to be able to move on through and get a little bit of momentum going themselves. And Toa is up right now, but if Deathless can get something started, I mean, you're up 1-0 in the set, you have a little bit of time to play around with some stuff, but nice up air calls him out with the full drift outwards. We'll see if Toa can extend this lead.
Deathless responding with his own up airs as well. Yeah, these ledge traps are probably the most important part of this game. If both of these characters are not ledge trapping, it's going to be very difficult to secure kills and get big damage. You really do not want to reset neutral in a moment like this.
Just slowly eking his way. Love the pins coming out, and Deathless actually taking the pins, like avoiding that extra damage that Corrin would get. Nice parry on the cross slash too. And we're seeing these like little bits of matchup knowledge coming to fruition for Toa as they want to make their way back and have the run back versus you.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, but I've been noticing Toa has just been relentless with the juggling right now. Deathless can just not find a way to get down once he gets popped back up. And it's really racking up the damage now. It's do or die for Deathless right now.
Back air once again mixes up that landing momentum, and Deathless just not finding this kill has been so crucial to Toa kind of maintaining their lead. And
oh, bad DI. I guess that's how it ends right there.
I thought I was the puck player. That is some H-box DI. Like, up air at 124, sure, man.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that's the I want to get to the next game DI.
Yeah, you already know.
I've got all the data he needs. But Toa, like, pretty convincing in that game, and you know, I think with a player like him on the PR, like as consistent as he can be, once he figures you out, it can be really, really hard to make it back. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. Deathless is going to have to make big adjustments this game if he wants to be able to keep up with Toa in this set.
We'll see if he's able to kind of make any adaptations. And as good of a character as Cloud is, I think that's one of the harder parts about playing him, is like the adjustments that you make are really, really small, really, really subtle to see. And it's a lot of timing mix-ups in terms of like when you're throwing out your aerials and how far you extend your advantage.
Yeah.
But things are looking pretty good at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, no, it is looking pretty good. And I mean, the most important thing about playing a sortie usually is mixing up your timings, coming down with aerials, and sometimes you just get into like that routine, that autopilot, where you just are throwing out aerials, praying that they're gonna hit, when you just gotta take your time and eventually claw it back in neutral.
I love both of these players right now. Just scrapping in the neutral game, and it really does seem like two bulls just kind of throwing themselves at each other, because that is one of like the biggest criticisms of Ultimate, is neutral can kind of feel like that sometimes. But I feel like when you have two characters...
Oh, that down air was crazy! I can't believe he got that reversal. That was really good awareness from Deathless.
That was the big hit right there. Got all of that down air. And yeah, that's got to be a pretty good like momentum shift as well. Not even just taking the stock, but also like the statement to make that high recovery call out right there. It's pretty good from Deathless.
I mean, we're going to see Deathless put on the extra credit here. It's definitely important to keep this lead up, as we saw in Game 1 when Deathless got that lead. Toa was bringing it back, but I mean, he still closed it out.
Nice up throw though, keeping it solid. Toa not too far behind. A little bit of adaptation coming from both sides as well. And I think Toa maybe throwing out that forward air a little bit too much on shield, and is getting a little bit punished for that. But just as I say, that gets a nice combo of his own and puts himself in a great position to kind of turn this around just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Corrin's one of those characters that once she's able to get one of her tried and true combo starters like Nair Fair, it's big damage, and this edge guard is going to go really deep. Deathless makes it back. I cannot believe he made that bound.
Yeah, stalls out with the side B perfectly. I mean, Deathless recoveries have been pretty much on point all tonight, but these cross-slash timings, they are not mixing it up at all, and I hope that they'll make that adjustment later on, but I think Toa has parried like every single one, and that is leading to some pretty brutal situations for Deathless, as Toa is looking to, you know, take 2 games in a row. Put himself in a great position to make friends. It
definitely makes it hard when your cross slashes aren't hitting, especially. But the ledge trap situation barely misses the F tilt. The timing was just a bit off.
The full drifts in with the back air again, and you know, gives Toa yet another opportunity just to kind of chip out some damage. And every little bit is going to matter in a matchup like this, where neither character is like super advantage heavy.
It seems like Deathless is getting a little antsy with those dash attacks, though. I definitely saw that. But that back air shuts me up. That was a really good back air. Just dancing around each other in the neutral right now.
Love using that Blade Beam, catches the jump, and uses the cross slash as a nice mix-up on shield there. Love the neutral air coming out. Now Deathless has been keeping up this advantage stage. How does Toa actually get out of this situation? Double roll, but gets cross slash once again. And now Deathless with a little bit of momentum on their side. Deathless not gonna go for the down air in that situation, but still racks up 107 on Toa. And I mean, this is high percent for pretty much everyone right now.
Yeah, no. 132 for Toa. You're gonna have to get some big damage here. The shield is looking like a skittle. Deathless got limit on board. This ledge trap could determine it all right here.
Yeah, he's tasting the rainbow right now, and you know, Deathless is the hidden blue skittle that never made the bag, and you know, the limit blade beam not going to be working out for him. He has had a pretty low hit rate tonight when it comes to that, but I mean, you know, 144%, one up smash, one up air, one back air. So much stuff can kill all of that on Toa's mind. One back air for himself. Can he get the edge guard?
Oh, dash attack? What is happening? There is so much going on. They're just throwing out buttons. They are scrapping.
Oh, and he lets him back on a stage. The double roll, up tilt.
These two are panicking so bad. They may be stone cold right now, but you know they are freaking out right now. The pin, that can't be it.
That's not it.
Deathless win. Deathless alive.
Toa has won the last 3 neutral interactions in a row.
The up stage! That was so good, knowing the awareness that he would air dodge, and he just took the easy way out with the up air.
That was such a smart edge guard too, because like no one drops down in up airs like that. That is the sign of a seasoned player right there.
That is the one thing you like never expect. Somebody hops off stage, you're expecting maybe like a back air, maybe a pin, maybe something that like sends horizontally. You never expect someone to hop off stage and just hit you with an up air and kill you off the top. It's just...
Yeah, and that's just great like character knowledge, because a lot of up airs in this game, the reason why people don't like go for up airs off stage or anything is they want to send you off the side, because a lot of up airs don't have great knockback scaling. They're great for juggling and consistently comboing to those higher percentages, but Corrin's can kill, and it is super good with knockback scaling, and he was just able to throw in that mix up there to end up taking it. Look at this too, he is riding that momentum and racking up so much damage onto a shook Deathless.
Yeah, no, Deathless feels a little bit shaky. I mean, I could tell by that last game that he was definitely panicking a little bit. I mean, you saw him throw out that random blade beam at like 162. He's definitely feeling a little shook, but he's bringing it back. Interesting. Definitely misinput.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame him after getting like the +3 SBR and the run back, and he's on a pretty like good Xanadu run for him tonight. So I don't think anyone would blame him for going down here to as good of a player as Toa is, but you know, he is still fighting back. He is not wanting to go down just yet.
Yeah, for sure. Deathless is on the run of his life, and he wants to keep continuing it. I mean, Deathless, they're a really good player, really solid Cloud. And definitely looking to prove something right here in this set.
Down tilt once again, and Corrin not really having much follow-ups, but poorly DIing the up air once again, and Deathless visibly shaken.
Yeah. This is just one of those moments where you got to shake it off, move on, maybe stand on the Angel platform a little bit longer, regain your composure. You definitely don't want that to happen. That is so unfortunate. That's just one of those things where you just get caught lacking.
Tournament life on the line for Deathless. Has to really make a lot happen, and when Toa is just relentless and keeping up this damage and pressure and not letting up too much, playing super safe, and you're on the verge of losing 3 games in a row, all of that on your mind. I mean, it is just super getting to Deathless.
This is such a huge mountain to climb for Deathless, and it's looking very, very steep like Mount Everest. But, I mean, Deathless could bring it back. I've seen crazier comebacks.
I mean, this would definitely be one of the crazier ones as of recent for sure, though. And oh, the up smash getting caught with the forward tilt, and you know, Cloud can play that sort of momentum game, a little bit of X factor, but you know, we'll see if he has any of that right now.
Yeah, no, here comes the ledge trap, the back air. He's got the limit on board, back air, that is gonna take it. Toa moving on to grand finals against yours truly, me.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a very, very convincing third game, and I think after losing the high-pressure situation in Game 3, which was so close between our players, it just shook Deathless's mental to the point where they just could not make it back. But yeah, good stuff to Toa, who's moving on for the run back.
Yeah, definitely, and shout-outs to Deathless. Hell of a losers run, really good from them.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll see you later, man. I got to go play some Grands.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one. We'll be rooting for you. All right. So, yeah, run back on the board. Hot set alert coming up. We have so many amazing people in chat who are watching this.